Okay, I'm making this video to show exactly how we set the live stream up for church service on Sunday morning. All the steps. It's going to be a very long video, so get ready for it. First thing, you see I have the email from the preacher pulled up that has the rundown of the entire service, everything that we're doing. Responsive reading, the scriptures. Go down here is where Bailey has sent all the hymns that we're going to use, and Todd has sent his offertory in. So what I have set up on my computer in my documents, I have a folder that says Bookwalter Livestream set up in my documents folder. Now when I go to these emails like this, first thing I do is I get a notepad, open up a notepad. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to copy this entire responsive reading. I'm going to use shortcuts on the keyboard. You hear me say Control C, that's copy, Control V is paste. So I'm going to Control C, and then I'm going to pull up that notepad and I'm going to paste it, Control V. You see how it's kind of spread way out. So you have to come in here and delete, and move this up and compress this down a little bit. I don't know why it does this in a notepad. It spreads everything out and makes it take more time to do when it does this, but easy fix. Okay, so that's everything. We'll make sure everything is as far over to the left as possible and lined up. You'll come up in here. I'm going to copy that right there. Control C. I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go Save As. And you see here's my Documents folder. And I'm going to Control V based on Psalms 31 and save it. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here and look for this scripture. Now I have a United Methodist hymnal script or app on my computer, and I have a Bible app. That's the United Methodist hymnal. This is the Bible app. So I need 2 Corinthians 4, 5 through 12. So I'll come up here, go 2 Corinthians 4, 5 through 12. There's 4 verses 5 through 12. So it's going to start right here in the middle. And I'm going to drag all the way down here to the end of verse 12. I'm going to go Control C and copy that. I'm going to get the notepad. And I'm going to go back to my email here, and I'm going to copy that, Control C. Should have done this first. then Control V to paste it. Now you got to get rid of the semicolons because it won't take it into the folder with the semicolons for some reason. And then I'm going to type in NIV, the NIV version. And then I'm going to enter twice. Then I'm going to do what I should have done, what I did the first time earlier. I'm going to come back in here, maybe, if this will work. I'm going to copy 5 through 12. Control C. Go back to my notepad, Control V, paste. You see that all the numbers for some reason, don't know why it does this, but you're gonna have to come in here and space that out. Okay, we got that separated out. And what I like to do, don't have to do it, but what I like to do is I'll come right in here before this next verse and I'll hit enter. And it drops it right down to the next line. Got verse 7 already in there. Come up here to verse 8, click right before the 8, hit enter again. Same thing with verse 9, hit enter again. Verse 10, hit enter again. Verse 11, hit enter again. Verse 12, hit enter again. I got it lined up 5 through 12. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to copy this right here. And I'm going to go File, Save As, and then Control V to paste it. Now, if you had the semicolons in right here, it's going to reject it. That's why I had to take them out. And save that. So that takes care of that right there. So I don't need the Bible app anymore, so I'm going to close that. Now I'm going to go back to my email. Scroll down here to the hymns. And I'm going to look up the hymns. First hymn is 577. We'll go back over here. Go look up hymn number 577. Scroll down here and right there, God of Grace and God of Glory. And what you're going to hope to see, is make your life a lot easier, is a text file right here. Click on that text file, and right there is all the verses for that hymn. So what you have to do, go up here and copy this, Control C, pull up a notepad, Control V, paste it, and then you gotta type in our CCLI license. This keeps us from getting copyright banned and the video removed from YouTube. So CCLI number 1165969. That's our CCLI license. And you hit enter a couple of times. Then you're gonna come back here and you're gonna copy went too far. Go copy the entire hymn. Control C it. Control V to paste it. Right there's all 4 verses of the hymn. Come back in here and copy that. Control C. File. save as, Control V, paste. So that just copied that entire hymn right into the system. So now back out of that, come back down to our email. Second hymn number 581. So we're gonna go back over here. Right here's 581. Now here's the bad thing. No text file, so what do? Got two options. I have a hymnal right here with me. You open up the hymnal, open up text file, open up one of these notepads, and you type it in manually, the entire thing, which may be what I end up having to do. But what I'm going to try first, I'm going to copy that. I'm going to open up another tab, go back into the browser, paste that into the browser. Look for it and see if it pops up in here on the internet anywhere else where I can get a text file that I can copy and paste and not have to type the entire thing in. Let's see. Let me look at this and see. That's not going to get it. Back out, keep searching. Go to hymn site. Sometimes you can find this on hymn site and it'll give you the words. That didn't work either. Hymn text not available. Oh, keep searching. So this hymn is copyrighted. There's no text file available. So I'm going to have to go in here and manually type in the entire hymn. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to skip doing that, come back to that later. We're going to go back to the email. Third hymn is 568. So we're going to go back in here and we're going to look 568. And we have a text file. So we're going to copy that title. I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to paste it, put in a CCLI license. And we're going to come back over here and we're going to copy the entire hymn. Control C to copy it. Control V to paste it. And there's that one. We'll copy the title again. Control C. File. Save as. Control V, paste it. And hit the save. Okay, now when it pops this little message up, that means it was already in the system. So we don't have to do anything else. Now, I'm gonna go back. I type slow, so if I do this, it's gonna take a while. Come back in here, hymn 581. Grab my United Methodist hymnal that I have here. That's 4 verses to that. Like I said, for the sake of this video, and as slow as I type, I'm not gonna manually type this in. We'll come back to that one later. So now we have all the hymns that we can get for now, the responsive reading and the scripture. What I'm going to do now is I have this remote access program that lets me access the church's computer. So I'm going to click right there. I'm going to log into the church's computer. Now right up here you see this, it says utilities. I'm going to click on utilities. I'm going to do a file transfer. This is going to transfer the files I just downloaded to my computer over to the church's computer. My computer is on the left, the church's is on the right. So we're going to come up here and click modified and scroll down. All the way down here at the bottom, here's the date, 5/29, that's today's date. This is everything that just downloaded. And notice right here, the church's computer is in the folder that has all the responsive reading and scripture stored. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to click on the scripture. And I'm going to hold the control key down and click on the responsive reading. And I'm going to send that over to the church's computer. Now what I got to do is come down here, find the hymns folder. See, where did it go? There's hymns. Double click the hymns. So now you're in the folder, all the hymns. And you're going to go in here, click on that hymn and this hymn. Well, click on that hymn, hit the control key, click on this one. And once I type in manually the other hymn, we're going to send that all over. And that's going to tell me that we already have that one hymn, that we got the other little message when I copied it to my computer. The file already exists. So it's already in there. You just click right here, and turns out God of Grace and God of Glory already exists. Click on there. So both of those hymns are already in there. So close that back out. And what we're going to do here, I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to come back after I've manually typed in the third hymn and show you what we do from this point on.